My way is I think you need to get more of this amp. So my amp is pushed more than most people, but then I play super soft if I'm a clean song. And I'll show you that in a minute. So you have two ways, really. You have the clean guys, or you have the kind of like overdriven kind of guys. If you play the amp most overdriven, some people roll their volume down to get a cleaner tone. But the problem with that is if you do that and your guitar doesn't have this pot mud thing, then you will lose some treble. Which, if you like it, great. For Italian or Strat, that's super like high pick, whatever. That's cool. For Gibson, I'm like, I don't want to lose my treble. It's what I'm living on. Okay, so you think, and you have two ways. This is up to like people will disagree or agree. It's up to you. You either use an overdriven amp, slightly overdriven, and the pedals push it further, or a clean amp and the overdrive pedals do most of the work. That's up to you. So let me demo it for you. So my amp, and I'm going to go without pedals together. Don't do that. Okay, so my amp, so you have two knobs that you care about, the gain knob and then the volume knob. So this, yeah, so that's clean. There's no overdrive. You hear it? There's nothing breaking up. Barely, yeah? Okay. It sounds right. So let me do less, right? Because let's say you don't touch anything. My volume is maxed out. I need to do this. Okay, that's cool. That's not going to project at all in the room. Even if it's maxed in, that's not going to project. There's not much coming out of the amp. The amp is doing nothing. It's like barely doing any sound. Like, okay, cool, but it doesn't sound right. It sounds like I'm a little bit muffled. So to make it work, you can go to the other extreme where you go more overdriven. Watch out your ears. That's overdrive. Now that's cool, but then if you want to play clean, you got to play super soft. If you get excited and like, oh yeah, there we go, worship Jesus, forget it, no cleans. Which if you do arpeggios is tough, right? If you play those kind of... That could work, but you got to be careful, right? And then you have the other extreme where you push it further and then you have no more. It's always overdriven. Playing clean is not going to happen. So this is I think the other extreme. So then you go down to a place where you feel like, and this is the main thing you got to do, and this is the gain now. Play it where when you feel good, it sounds right. So again, two schools. The first school is cleaner. This would be cleaner. So it's clean, it's loud but clean. That's probably where you want to have it to have like a super clean tone. Okay? But it's still loud enough, right? It's working. If you get lower, like you sometimes do, you see how you lose everything? That's what this is here versus here. It starts to come alive. Every amp has a sweet spot. The sweet spot is where does it come alive? Where does it feel like it's alive? It's like it's sounding right. So clean or overdrive, for me, I'll push a bit further to have about this. Actually, the amp is working. Right? It sounds nice, it's full, a lot of bass, and a lot of treble. Right? You hear every note. The highs are not like crazy, right? And the lows is not just blowing your face. Make sense? Now, you can, if you don't like this, because like too much for you, just turn it down a bit and get cleaner. That's right. But the amp is working. That's what you want. Okay? So let's play with this one. Same thing with this one. So I don't play toughest, I play normal. And I'm going to play, and that depends on the guitar, yeah? So if you have a humbucker pickup, so super high output, it's going to sound more, then you're going to turn the volume a little bit down. If you have single pickups like a telly, it's going to be different. But let me show you. Yeah, it's a bit overdriven to me, so that's nice. So a bit less. I could play with that. Right? You hear the difference? So this sounds okay. There's different speakers, so that makes a big difference. But that would do it. And then, okay, is there enough highs or not? than you play with the tone knob. So. That's it. You're set. Have good pedals. Questions?
So you're just adjusting the gain?
Gain, volume is maxed out. Let the amp work. It should be warm. And then I just play with the tone if I need more or less highs. That's it. But this gain here is the only knob I touch. Everything is down. And then I just make sure like I want more overdrive. That's it. Tone, you don't do anything else. Okay, so one more thing. Let me show you with Italian. I'm happy with them. The highs are not like in your face. You know, like, whoa, what just happened with the frequency? No. The bass is not too bad. That works, yeah? That's it. It's a sound. Right? You go from there, then you can have pedals. So, again, this is a bit overdriven. I can play softer. I can play softer and then go for it. 2004, people hate them, they think like they sound like crap, especially the speakers. So, and I have the same one. I modded mine with a friend of mine. I changed kind of most of everything inside, including the speakers, which makes a difference. People swear by the British one. If you see on every tour, they have the British one with 6 input. The 6 input will have no volume. There's no, it's maxed out. So all you have is one knob for the gain. These ones have a volume, but people say, well, if the volume is going to mess up everything, and it will, put it all the way up. So on those amps, and because it's going to be at the back, nobody cares, right? You're not going to blow anybody's face. So put it all the way up, or most of it up, and then it's going to sound better. Let me show you the demo if that doesn't, if that's not the case. How the volume impacts the gain. So if you play lower volume in your bedroom, it will totally impact how it sounds like. So let me show you. So if we play again, so if I play, this is like most volume. If I play less, you see how it sounds less full. So if I play like quieter, it messes the whole thing. It sounds super frizzle, super high. You see, like, it's not pleasant. It's like, oh, it's okay, but it's not pleasant. Does that make sense? So for me, it's like, okay, that doesn't sound right. It's like I'm missing something. Halfway, it starts to be alive, but I feel like I'm missing something. So I'm like, okay, fine. Out of tune. Okay, you get the idea. My G string on it.
It's a Gibson. It goes out of tune.
All the time. Okay, questions?
So, you're in the normal channel on
Yep.
the Vox, but I know a lot of people like using the top boost. How would you go about navigating the treble and bass
Okay, so
knobs?
let me show you on top boost. So, okay, let's do this. So, top boost, top one. Oh, yeah. So, I'm not gonna, okay, so with EQ, I'm gonna start straight up for both of them and see what happens. Okay, so, oh, let me tune that crap. It's not bad. So here's the thing with this one though. When you guys play the top boost channel, it's great if you like it, but you have more overdrive right away. So playing clean is going to be a challenge. Right? Because you boost the amp right away, so there's no coming back. So it's cool if you like it, but be careful what you're getting into. Because now when playing clean arpeggio is like a Bethel, no longer slave kind of thing. With a nice clean arpeggio, it's going to be hard to get that. Or you might not to push the amp too much. So just a thought. That's about right for clean. Yeah. Sorry, it's a bit loud. I'm sorry about that. That's nice, but you better play soft. Sunday, but then I'll have to be very careful with my dynamic. And then treble and bass. Bass. that? How does it sound like in the room? You could play with that.
Go back to the normal channel real quick.
Yeah.
Just A/B it.
It works. It's nice. I mean, it's not bad. It's just whatever you like. But the circuit of the top boost channel, I'm not a big fan of it on this amp. And you hear the difference of the speakers. I don't know if you can tell between two amps. Like it makes a big difference. These speakers tend to be more frizzy on the high end. But it works. Both works. I would probably turn the volume down a bit. That would do it. But see, the volume is at like 9 o'clock. Okay, so 9 o'clock is where I would be on this one. That would be okay. I prefer the other sound of cleaner for me a little bit, so I can play with my pen. Okay, so questions? We doing good on this?
Yeah.
So, literally, come to chapel when you play. Come 10 minutes early if you can. If you have class, it's going to be tough. Come early, whatever. But get that going. Whatever your guitar is, get that going. If that's the amp you're going to use, get that going. This has to be right before you plug in anything. Okay? And then talk to them. Mic it up. How's it sounding out there? Is it full body or is it empty? And if that's not working, anything else you play will not matter. Right? This is 80% of your sound right here. So this has to be right. And then if you have your own amp, whatever, tube amp is good. People do modeling. The camper stuff is pretty good. It's just like $2,000 for campers. It's not cheap. These amps are what, $700 I think for these ones. You can buy them used on Reverb. The British-made one are nice, but the problem is the British-made one in 1993 to 2002, they're sure to be 30 years old, and if they break down, you got to fix it. And then you have to replace the tubes, and you have like 11 tubes inside. So it's a cost associated with it if it blows up. But, you know, these ones are pretty reliable. They're good. The circuit is not great. The speaker sucks, but besides that, that's what you get. What you get. But you can make it sound good still. Just play with the EQ. And it's gonna sound okay. I prefer personally the normal channel and push a little bit. I prefer that. That for me is easier to play with. There's still overdrive, but it's not like bad overdrive. It's like, okay, it's compressed, yeah. Yeah? And now, did you hear the difference? Let me show you mine. On how the amp sounds by speakers. Hear the difference? This is a speaker thing.
So, in terms, because I'm noticing that I'm seeing the comparison between what you have speaker-wise and what we have in this Vox amp.
Yeah.
And I currently have a vintage 30, Celestion vintage 30, and it's like, I'm finding though it's not as full as anyone else, and I'm just curious.
It's more punchy, more meat-focused.
It's definitely, yeah. But I've been curious if anyone's here is like looking to like upgrade their speaker. I mean, what would you suggest, considering that, like, assuming that most people have like a Vox AC15?
Okay, well, let's figure out what amps do you guys have?
Fender Deluxe.
Deluxe?
Black Store.
Zero, okay.
Those ones.
Those ones, yeah?
Bad Cat.
Fat Cat?
Yeah, I use
These ones, yeah?
Vox AC10.
10, okay, so there was whatever here?
15.
AC15? Okay.
Zero.
Okay, cool. So upgraded speakers, yeah, it's not cheap. The speaker I put on mine is $300. It's an investment, right? But I was playing regularly at the Rock. I'm like, it needs to be something better. So it's a Celestion. I need to go gold. So it's like the Celestion Blue speaker that they put in the old Vox.
Yeah.
And this is the gold version, is 50 watts. Vintage shoulders are good. A lot of people in Nashville use them. Greenbacks are very common nowadays. You can upgrade that for amps. The greenbacks are not too expensive.
They're like a little over 100, I
Yeah.
think.
100,
And a lot of people.
Yeah, you can get them on
use
reverb. You can say, hey, look,
Yeah.
let's check it and get it used. That's fine too.
They usually come with the new 15s now.
They do.
Yeah.
It sounds better if you get a used speaker because it takes a while for the speaker to warm up.
Ah.
So if you put a new speaker on here, it's going to take you a month of playing regularly before it kind of like breaks up and sounds nice. I got mine used on purpose. It was already broken in. An amp, a speaker takes a while to break it. Yeah. So it depends on what you like. So greenbacks tend to be more mid-focus, kind of vintage 30, kind of in your face sound, very rock, very in your face, which is cool. If that's what people like. Celestions tend to be more like shiny, is what people describe these speakers as. So like the high end tends to be more shiny. The bass is nice and focused. That's why I like this speaker. And then vintage 30 greenbacks. That's kind of the main with Celestion is what you kind of get on the idea of what you're looking for. The guys at Bethel, they swear by the greenbacks. The guy from U2, The Edge, plays Celestion Alnico Silver, which is kind of the gold, which you kind of get this like amazing U2 The Edge sound. Guys at Hillsong tends to play blues as well in the AC30s. Just Culture Guy is greens and blues as well in the AC30s. So.
Are you because I know you said you normally play a Vox, but like if they give you like a deluxe, like a Fender, or
I
like
do the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a big Fender fan, to be honest with you.
Mhm.
But that's just because I'm so used to Vox. So like,
Yeah.
I know what I'm looking for. That's why I come with my own stuff. Like, it took me a while to get this. So I got this amp for $700, used again. Then after 2 years of playing at the Rock, I'm like, I need to change something because I felt like it was not sounding as good as I wanted to. So I read about it forever. Then I bought the speaker. The guy was selling it at Craigslist in San Francisco. He was willing to ship the speaker. So I think I spent $250 for a $400 speaker. Changed it. I was like, oh, immediately sounded much better. Then I researched it more. I'm like, I can do better on this stuff. So I changed the tubes. That was $50. And then I had a friend of mine who we read a bunch of stuff. I mean, for a couple of years. And then he changed the output transformer inside. Like he modified the whole circuit. So he made it like sound like a 1964 AC30. And he did this for me for $200. So he's like a cool friend. So I didn't. So the amp cost less than $1,000. Well, maybe $1,200 now. And it's done the way I like it. And it doesn't blow up. And it's very, very stable.
Yeah.
So it was just like friends and relationships. Like, hey, can you help me out with this? And that's it.
Yeah, I had that issue over the summer. I traveled
Yeah.
on S&T and I have
Right, otherwise, like you heard before, it sounds really bad. So let me tune again and we'll get started. Just G string. Okay, so. Okay, so, out, and up. Okay, so this is the guitar straight through. Full bodied, not too overdriven, but a little bit, yeah? That's my So then I have a pedal. Here is like a clone Centaur. Have you heard of the clone?
Yeah.
Okay, this is my friend who fixed my amp. He made this for $50. So I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna play that. So I had a tube screamer before that. The tube screamer was too narrow in the frequency, so this is better. So this sends a bit of overdrive. Okay. Now this is a really cool pedal because it's very dynamic to the playing. It's super clean, but yet I love that pedal. Just for that, you can play
you-
really dynamic.
You turn it on and off.
Yeah. So on. So this is always on. I actually never turn this one off. So I put my amp a little bit less, so I can play this. This is never. I never turn it off because I can play everything with it, and it sounds super clean, right? So that's my pedal. Okay. Then if I want more, I'm putting the other one on. This is this one. That's more, and then more. And then you praise Jesus. Okay, so. But this is really it. I'm stacking these two together, and that's enough for most stuff I do at church. At church, you want to play more clean than overdrive. Overdrive, the problem is too much. It compresses the sound. You sound super thin. So be careful with too much overdrive. Cleaner is better for most times. So with this pedal, I do 90% of a set. Literally, 90% is this one. And it's clean. It's not too clean. It's overdriven, but not too overdriven. You see how it's clean and shiny, but not too overdriven? That's going to cut through the mix really well. Okay? And this one is more. This is when you want to go nuts, but that's it. So most of the set is this one, and then the second one on top of it. And the gain is like barely. So there's a bit of overdrive, but the gain is barely. And when I turn on the pedal, there's no jump in volume. It's a little bit, but not too much. Okay?
Yeah, that's a really good point. Is
Yeah, you don't want to tap on the pedal. People say, "Whoa, what just happened?"
yeah, try to
Yeah,
go
just
through
get
your
a cut out of
pedals
this
and
guy.
get everything kind of like, here's my clean, here's my overdrive,
Yep.
and there's my boost. It's like barely you're not getting a big huge jump
No.
down
So-
or up.
So
from
if I play
pedal.
clean, it doesn't matter. If I play overdrive, the volume has not changed. I just play with dynamic. It's all fingers, right? So that's the key thing. And if I play with this one, it's a bit more, but not crazy. Just need more gain, I'm not warmed up, so it's scrap. That makes sense. That's 90% of my tone, and then you add other stuff if you want. But I could play a set with this, a little bit of delay and reverb, and I'm set for like. Really, you don't need anything else. You can compress. I have a compressor. If you want, that's cool. I don't use it much, except I do want to do arpeggio. So yeah. So that's with it. That's without it.
Where's your compressor?
This number 2 is this one. It's a T-Rex.
Okay.
It's just very subtle. It's just to get more harmonics. Okay, versus it's a little bit more, but not too much. I don't use compressor too much, except when I use the telly. Telly helps me to just come alive a little bit more. So that's it for this one.
Is that an optical or dynamic?
Dynamic.
Dynamic.
For this one, yeah. Okay, and then really what I'm doing after this, this is just a friend of mine made that as well. This is kind of like a preamp, just to give a little bit more. So, you won't hear much of a difference, just a bit more subtle. After that, I basically have a little tremolo if I want to sometimes. I like that. That's for fun, and then I can tap it. I can change the shape. I like that. It's fun. For church, it's fun. You can always do some cool stuff with that. But that's only when I want to. Tremolo gives, I think, is cool. And then after that, I have a wah pedal once in a while. And then I go straight to my delay and reverb.
Do you ever use your compressor as a boost?
No. No, because, okay, and here's the problem with this. If you compress a lot and you strum like crazy, you squash everything. So unless I do single note stuff, I'm not going to compress. I want the dynamic of the amp to come out really nice and clean and full. If I strum like madness, I'm going to leave it out. And then when I play single note, I want more of this to come out. Like you could use compressor for this kind of stuff. You do like a... Yeah, compress it to come out nice and alive. But otherwise, when you play chords, I would just go... Nice and full body.
What about for like dog to eighth and stuff? Do you keep the compressor on?
I don't. You don't need to. I don't think I need to.
The AC32, I find that it's just it's got a nice natural like compression in it.
Yeah.
More so than other amps I've played.
So I should probably stand up a bit. So I don't know. I need to tap that one. Sorry. I can't just sit it down. I'm going to show you with and without. I don't think it makes a big difference. your set. Like that's pretty much 90% of what I said I do at any church.
There is one exception to being a good player, is if you own a Big Sky.
People can't be saved without a big
No, they can.
Is that do you just have it on the shimmer setting?
No, this is the bloom setting, but I have all my presets. I can go to this is this is a hall. The hall is nice. I like this one too. It's nice for an arpeggio. Just a little bit of something, right? For a little bit of ambient stuff. I play with reverb all the time and delay all the time. I never stop it. What I do is I just play the amount based on the part. So if it's like a strumming loud, I'm going to turn this down. So it's here. It's not there, but here just a little bit. Right? But then it's just better than this. Like, okay, cool, that's gonna dry, right? So I want it dry. So
Use your amp reverb at all?
I don't put my amp on reverb. That's more, yeah, that's the bloom. That's it. That's literally 90% what I do. Oh, actually 100% what I do. The rest is like just for fun.
Sounds good.
Okay, so questions?
Question about your compressor.
Yeah.
Is yours particularly more of a limiter or is it a sustainer?
This is more sustainer and it's set very mild.
Okay.
I'm not a big compressor guy.
Yeah, I noticed that you have just a Ernie Ball, just a regular VP.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of
It breaks?
the yeah?
Yeah,
Well, I
it
was gonna
breaks.
say
Yeah, it does break.
because I have the MVP and
Yeah.
it's buffered.
Yeah. I have a buffer under actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I don't know if okay, I didn't show you that, but recently I upgraded my power supply. So if you want to look under the hood.
Zuma.
I got a Zuma recently. I invested in that one. And that makes a big difference in the pedal. So that was like an expensive investment I made. But that was recently.
How much is it?
because This is the most expensive power supply I think that exists, unfortunately. But it's by Strymon and it's like 500 milliamps per out, so it's really cool. So this is like literally like 7 months ago or something. I was like, oh, okay, I probably should do that. Okay, other questions? Thoughts?
You don't have any boost.
No, I don't need
Full
to.
drive for a boost.
Yeah, so so this is it. And then with that, everybody's happy. And then if you really want to go crazy, sorry, yes. And if you want to go crazy, have a fuzz. Sorry, that's wrong. It's a trick.
Have you ever used a fuzz?
Oh yeah. When I solo, yeah, with drums it's going kicking. Oh yeah.
Is your buffer the JHS?
Yes,
black-
it is.
little
No,
black-
it's the this one's mine little buffer for $29.
Oh.
Right here, yeah, it's cool
okay.
and it's like super small. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then okay, I use a secondary delay sometimes. This one. This is for swell. I like that one. So this is like the memory toys, cheap, $90. That's but that. For swell, it's awesome. So yeah. Okay. Other questions? Do you see how this is basically like 90% of that, and I'm literally adjusting a little bit? So if you look at without the overdrive, so like, okay, I'll reverb on this one. Sorry. But then with this, it's just more. It's not much more, just more. That's it. I'm happy with that. You get 90% of the sound with this. Any sound on church, Bethel, whatever, that does it. So, yeah.
Are you a particular fan of the Helix?
Yeah, the Helix is good. A friend of mine, Jacob Cruz, plays at the Rock with the Helix. He's been playing it for the last 2 years. But he spent hours in studio fixing it and make it sound great.
Yeah.
Helix is great. You just got to learn what you're doing with it. So the problem with the Helix is like, it's this electronically. If you don't know what you're doing, it's going to sound bad. So just you have to learn how to fix it. It's like everything.
I found it.
No, but I'm
No, I knew nothing about guitar
that's it.
coming
So-
in, and
I like the Helix, dude.
no, Helix is great. I
like
totally
it.
I'm an
recommend it.
advocate for it.
You just gotta,
gotta know
you
what
just
to
gotta really tweak it
Yeah.
to the guitar that you're using too. That's what I found.
No, Helix.
But if you set your amp up right,
Yeah,
you
it's
just
good.
use the Helix
Okay, so at the Floodgate at the Rock, we did with Brian K. Torvalds in February last time. He played it, my friend played the Helix, I played this, it sounded phenomenal.
Yeah.
Brian and Katie were pretty happy, so. Okay, other questions on pedals, guitars, and stuff? Because that's pretty much